Alright, this is part 3 of section 5.1, 5.2 study guide. We're beginning on U. No, we're not. We're starting on K of example 2. Okay, we're still doing raising a term to a power. Oh no. There we go. The 2 is a coefficient, so I treat it just normally. I do 2 to the 5th power. And then times, this is the one that has exponents. So a rule for exponents is when you raise the term to a power, you multiply the exponents. 3 times 5 is 15. So I end up with x to the 15th power. 2 to the 5th power is 32. So that simplifies down to 32x to the 15th. 3/5 of the second power I can do as 3 to the second over 5 to the second, because this is 3 to the first and 5 to the first. And then that will simplify down to 9 over 25. M, 2 to the 4th power. And a to the 5th raised to the 4th would be a to the 20th, because we multiply the exponents, over b to the 7th raised to the 4th. We'll multiply the exponents, we get b to the 28th. So when I simplify this, 2 to the 4th is going to be 16. A to the 20th over b to the 28th. Okay, N. 3 to the negative second raised to the negative first. You will multiply the exponents. We end up with 3 to the second power on top. And we have x to the negative 1 on bottom, because 1 times negative 1. We don't want to leave the bottom with a negative exponent, so I'll move this x to the first to the top and make it positive. And now I simplify. 3 to the second power is 9x. Okay, on O, we have a to the negative second, b to the negative 5th, and c to the 4th, all raised to the negative second. We'll have to, on each individual one, we will multiply the exponents. Negative 2 times negative 2 is a to the 4th, b to the 10th, and c to the negative 8th. I don't want to leave this with the negative exponent. The only thing with the negative exponent is c. I'll move it to the bottom and make the exponent positive. A to the 4th, b to the 10th, divided by c to the 8th power. We'll continue on question P. We're going to have 2 to the negative 2. X to the 0 raised to the negative 2. 0 times negative 2 is 0. And you could have realized x to the 0 is 1, and 1 raised to any power is still going to be 1. But anyway, z to the negative 3rd raised to the negative 2nd would be, oh, that's not z, it's a y. Anyway, y to the 6th power. To the negative 2 power. That would be 1 over 2 to the 2nd. X to the 0 is 1 times y to the 6th. This right here will be 1/4. Times 1 is 1/4. And to finish cleaning this up, we'll write y to the 6th over 4. I'll go ahead and erase this answer so that I have enough room to do the next problem. We'll change colors too. There we go. Okay, if we have x to the negative fifth divided by x to the negative second, all raised to the negative third, we have a choice for this time. We can either divide the same base and subtract the exponents and then do power to power, or we can do each of these to the negative third power, which means we'd multiply the exponents and work it that way. It's really whichever way you prefer. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and simplify the inside. So if I am subtracting dividing the same base, I'm going to subtract the exponents. Negative 5 minus negative 2 would be negative 3. So inside the parentheses, I'm going to have x to the negative 3 to the negative third power. Now I'm raising this term to a power. I will multiply the exponents. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Or 5 to the negative 2. I think I'm going to go ahead and move that to the bottom. Make it positive 5 to the second, or 5 to the positive second on the bottom. This is dividing the same base. I'll subtract the exponents. Negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5. So I have x to the negative fifth. And then this is dividing the same base. So I'm going to subtract the exponents. 11 minus negative 5 is 16. This has a negative exponent, so it will move to the bottom and become positive. The exponent will. I'm going to go ahead and evaluate 5 to the second. It's 25. All right. 3 to the negative 3. A to the first. Raised to the negative third is 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. B to the negative fifth, raised to the negative third. We're going to multiply the exponents. You get A to the 15th. Oh, B to the 15th. Sorry about that. These two have negative exponents. I'm going to move them to the bottom. And I end up with B to the 15th power over 3 to the third, which is 27. A to the third power. On this one here, I believe I'm probably going to go ahead and divide the same base. So the rule is subtract the exponents. Negative 7 minus negative 4 would be y to the negative third. I don't know why I put the equal sign. We'll raise that to the negative fifth power. When you raise a term to a power, we multiply the exponents, so it's y to the 15th. And now we have a few questions left. 3a raised to the negative 2 would be 3 to the negative 2 over 8 to the negative 2. The negative exponents means I need to move this, and I need to move this. So I end up with 8 to the second on top, 3 to the second on bottom. 8 to the second is 64 over 9. Next one's the same type of problem. As far as raising a term to a power. 5 to the negative third, a to the negative 12th, b to the negative third, over a to the positive 24th, and c to the negative 3rd. Right here I do have dividing the same base, so I can subtract the exponents. That ends up giving me negative 36 for my a. Everything with a negative exponent, I'm going to move to the other side. So that puts c to the 3rd on top, 5 to the 3rd on bottom, a to the 36th on bottom, and b to the 3rd on bottom. c to the 3rd power over 5 to the 3rd power is 125, a to the 36th, and b to the 3rd.